In a dramatic courtroom scene, the tension surrounding Michael and Willow's custody hearing escalates to unprecedented levels. The air is thick with anticipation, as the room is filled with a mixture of curious onlookers, family members, and attorneys, all awaiting the outcome of this highly contested case. Michael's and Willow's lives hang in the balance, with the fate of their future, and that of their children, being decided by a judge's ruling. The stakes have never been higher, and the courtroom becomes the stage for an explosive series of revelations that no one could have anticipated. Rick Lansing, known for his razor-sharp legal mind and somewhat ambiguous moral compass, steps forward in the midst of the proceedings. With a calm yet unnerving demeanor, he makes a shocking admission that reverberates through the courtroom. His confession leaves everyone, from the judge to the spectators, reeling. It's a revelation that could tilt the case in a direction no one saw coming, and it forces those present to reconsider everything they thought they knew about the case. The admission is not just a legal maneuver, it's a carefully orchestrated move that puts pressure on everyone involved, especially Michael and Willow. Rick, with his cool, calculating nature, has always known how to play the game, but this time, the stakes are personal, and the impact of his words is far-reaching. Meanwhile, Ava Jerome, ever the unpredictable force in Port Charles, decides to make her own move. In a moment that adds fuel to the already blazing fire, she extends an invitation to someone who may very well tip the scales in her favor. The invitation is more than just a polite gesture, it is a strategic play, one that could have serious consequences for all those involved. Ava has never been one to shy away from using her charm and wit to get what she wants, and in this instance, her invitation serves as both a way to strengthen her position and a potential leverage point in the ongoing power struggle. As the legal drama unfolds, Alexis Davis, known for her sharp intellect and emotional resilience, faces her own personal turmoil. The mounting pressure from the case begins to take a toll on her, and she finds herself grappling with a deep sense of panic that threatens to overwhelm her composure. The situation is compounded by the weight of her personal connections to the people involved. As the emotions run high, Alexis must summon every ounce of strength to keep herself together, even as her mind races with the implications of what is at stake. Her panic is palpable, but she swallows it down, determined not to let it show. The courtroom is a place where nothing is certain, and Alexis knows that in this game, composure is as important as any legal argument. The custody hearing is not just a legal battle, it is a microcosm of the deep, emotional undercurrents that have shaped Michael, Willow, and their families. As the case progresses, it becomes clear that no one will walk away unscathed. The courtroom becomes a battleground where relationships are tested, secrets are exposed, and the future of those involved is determined. Michael and Willow, who have always prided themselves on doing what is best for their children, now find themselves on the defensive, fighting not just for custody but for their very way of life. The revelation from Rick stirs the pot, forcing both sides to reevaluate their strategies. His admission changes the dynamics of the case in ways that no one could have predicted. Suddenly, the outcome is far from certain. Ava's invitation, though subtle, adds another layer of complexity to the already tangled web of relationships and alliances. She is a player who is always calculating her next move, and her actions throughout the trial will prove to be both cunning and critical to the final resolution. As the hearing nears its conclusion, Alexis's internal struggle becomes even more evident. Despite her best efforts to maintain her composure, the pressure is unbearable. The personal stakes for her are just as high as they are for Michael and Willow, and as much as she wants to maintain the calm, professional demeanor she is known for, her fear of the consequences is undeniable. The courtroom may be filled with legal arguments and testimony, but it is the emotional toll on the individuals involved that truly drives the story forward. The proceedings reach their climax as the judge prepares to deliver a ruling that will alter the course of many lives. Will Michael and Willow's love for their children be enough to secure their future? Will Rick's unexpected confession shift the balance of power? Will Ava's strategic moves bring her closer to achieving her goals? And will Alexis, despite the mounting pressure, find a way to keep it together when everything she holds dear is on the line? In the end, the courtroom drama is about more than just legalities. It's about the people who are fighting for their families, their futures, and their legacies. The twists and turns of the case mirror the complexities of the relationships at play, and as the final gavel falls, the characters are left to deal with the consequences of their actions. Some will triumph, while others will face the fallout from the decisions they have made. What is clear is that in Port Charles, nothing is ever as simple as it seems, and every choice comes with its own set of risks. The shockwaves from this hearing will be felt far beyond the courthouse. Each move, each revelation, and each decision will ripple through the lives of those involved, leaving them to pick up the pieces of their shattered expectations and uncertain futures. It is a reminder that in the world of General Hospital, the battle for justice is never straightforward, and the price of victory can sometimes be higher than anyone is willing to pay.